It's 2 o'clock and I'm still waiting. 3 more hours to wait, I guess. So stay tuned next time to find out what happened. We have left the house twice. This time we're going back because Dale forgot his uniform. He needs a uniform to fly a plane. It's a thing. I guess it's sort of because he's in denial. Time to retire. I may never touch the ground. It may not be my birthday, but I just want to celebrate. Take 3. Woohoo! You got your phone. You got your hearing aids. You got your colonoscopy medicine. Do you have your Geritol? Do you have your IDs?
I do. A uniform with tie, shoes, and belt.
Underwear don't matter.
Don't matter.
Okay.
So really all I need is those things right there.
So we were 7 minutes ahead of schedule, but sadly we're not now.
What?
This is our drive to Orlando to get on a plane to go to Nashville, where we're going to meet 28 of our friends and family. And then Dale puts on that uniform he almost forgot, and we all get on a plane to, we don't get to watch, I guess we get to experience the motion of the plane while he flies it for the last time. So we're meeting Caleb today. Right now, we'll meet Caleb at the airport and the Thiels. We should all be on the same plane together. Chris and Josephine Thiel are going to make video for us, and he's going to do some wonderful editing and put together our memory video of this final flight. So we're looking forward to it.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
And the timing is such that tomorrow, last flight today, no, last flight tomorrow, and then a sea trial on Wednesday. How's that for timing? Which I was thinking about this last night. Your last day with the Air Force was your very first day with Southwest. And now your last day with Southwest is your very first day as a boat captain. Sort of. We don't own the boat.
How'd you get to become a boat captain? You bought your boat.
Pretty much.
Reverse will assist you by your shoulder. Reverse also has a life insurance on automatically in the water. Please refer to a safety information card. For the use of a life insurance insurance, let it get involved until the additional rescue is needed. We're coming back to make sure seatbelts are securely fastened. Seat back your time.
I woke up feeling on the top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling got me flying high as a bird. I may never touch the ground. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate, 'cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night. There's magic coursing throughout my veins. I don't want it to stop.
Thank you very much for coming with me. This is my last flight as a Southwest Airlines Captain. In November 7th, I turned 65, and no kidding, the FAA says, okay, you are done. 21,000 hours of flying. I've had 25 plus years of flying here, over 1.5 million people we've flown. I have a lot of people on this plane. If you are here as part of my retirement party that were with us last night, would you just ring up, sit up, and press your call button, flight attendant call button? So all those flights. Oh, we got somebody way in the back. We got people everywhere around the plane. But thank you for coming with us today. My wife Tammy sitting up front. We've been married 38 years. My mom sitting right up front. My little sister right next to her, and my brother. Where's my brother at? There he is. We also have up front my son Caleb. For Guardian Air, and my good friend and compadre, Michael. He actually taught Caleb how to fly, and my flight attendants, it doesn't matter what plane I'm on, I can say they're my flight attendants because they are my family. They are absolutely great. Southwest Airlines, if you haven't been around us before, I tell you what, it is great to step on any plane and be part of a family, and they are absolutely wonderful people. Jamie and I are looking at a boat tomorrow to hopefully buy to sail around the world. So for the next 8 or 9 years, we're going to be on a Caribbean cruise of our very own making. Thank you very, very, very much for coming with us today.
One of the things he wanted most is to feel like he had finished well. And we all know him, but he didn't. He finished.
Yeah, they're there.
The fire department?
Yeah.
Here comes the fire credits.
There's magic coursing throughout my veins. I don't want it to stop. I feel invincible in every way. I'ma give it all I got. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate. 'Cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night.
Thank you for coming with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just wanna celebrate.
He's talking to your,
'Cause it's a good day, good life.
Thank you. That was so great.
I woke up feeling on top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling bird. I may never touch the ground. It may not.
So, update on the boat. The seller countered our offer, and we are going to counter back. One of the things we asked for was that the seller be present for the sea trial and also be present for the handover of the boat. When you buy a boat, it's so good to get to know the owner, and because that's the person that knows everything about the boat. They love that boat, spent time on that boat. And we thought that was extra important for us because the boat has supposedly been in an accident. So if the owner will not participate in those things with us, then if we don't get some pretty accurate records of maybe what happened exactly and some certified repair documents or some way to verify that the repairs were done correctly and timely, and we would probably have to walk away from buying a boat that we could not feel more comfortable had properly been repaired, if in fact the accident happened the way we've heard. I'm supposing the sea trial and the survey would reveal anything that we might make the boat dangerous or something wasn't operating or working correctly. But in order to get the survey and the sea trial, we have to pay someone to do that for us. So we're asking ourselves if we want to be out that money on this particular boat. But the boat could turn out to have absolutely nothing wrong with it. And so the reason the owner won't join us for the sea trial supposedly is because he's in Canada and doesn't want to make the trip back for that purpose, which I guess I understand. But yeah, so we are going to counter. Dale and I discussed it, even though we had to do it over the phone, and we're going to submit a counter offer, and we'll see how that goes. So we continue the process. It's sea trial day. Going to the boat. 7:30 in the morning, Fort Lauderdale. We have a sea trial, a survey, and a haul out, I believe. So we're all-day event, hoping for good results. I don't know everything about what's going to happen, but I do feel pretty confident that we can ask some good questions and pay attention to what's going on. And we had a friend remind us that the surveyor's working for us, so have them check everything and don't leave any question unturned. So that's our plan today. So we're on board the boat. Got a team of people getting ready to inspect and try out systems, and but we can't get power to the boat to get started. So they're doing some troubleshooting to figure out what's going on. And we're hoping that it's nothing major. So the engines are running. This is a good sign. We need to take about an hour trek down the intercoastal to get to the marina where we're going to haul out and do some tests while we're at the courtesy dock. And the surveyor has started his surveying, and Dale's right behind him taking notes, asking questions. So all of that's really good. And we are underway. So we're taking the boat from where it was parked down the intercoastal to Harbortown Marina, I believe is what it's called. Going under our first bridge, one of two that we need to go under. Our mast is 70 feet, so this bridge will need to be lifted for us to go through. One thing that I really appreciate about what's happening today is the buyer's agent has been the one to help us hire the surveyor, the captain, and all the people that we need today to go through the boat. So he's looking out for our best interest. And as opposed to having the seller just bring a surveyor on board that's going to check everything as being good and ready to go. I would like to think there aren't a lot of dishonest surveyors out there, but I feel really good that the surveyor working today, Noel, is looking out for us. And away we go. Coming into the marina. The next step is the haul out. These are the keels that were damaged and replaced, which is good, but if what we need to do to repair the cracks on the inside of the hull require taking these off, I mean, we don't know how deep that repair goes, which means how much is it going to cost, how long is it going to take. So things we're trying to figure out. So I think we've decided not to continue with this boat. Yeah, there's just some issues that look like they could be major problems for us down the road. Costly, timely.
Structural problems.
All of them probably stemming from the accident that it was in. And it appears that the owner did the minimal needed to have it repaired, and then just so he could sell it. We're going to end our sea trial a bit early.
We are going to put the sails up.
Yeah,
look at them.
See the sails. I don't even know why that's necessary, but
I think it's more, it's going to be part of the survey, and we've already paid for the survey. And that way, if somebody in our group wants to take on the responsibility of doing this, at least they have the survey that they can look at. We'll go from there.
So what were some of the big problems that you saw on that boat?
Well, I think the biggest problem was that after the accident that he had, they didn't fix it. They cosmetically fixed it. They fixed the things that were obvious, but they didn't dig any further. I mean, I'm sure that the guy's instructions to the boatyard was put 2 new rudders and 2 new keels on it, and that's as far as they went. They didn't look for any other damage that was done because of the result of the accident or the collision. And you know, you put a 7-ton or 14-ton vehicle, you run over something with it, there's gonna be other damage. I mean, not
And what
just
other damage did you find?
There were, well, the biggest problem was that there were cracks clear through the hull that were weeping, which now that if that thing happened last May, and that looks like sometime in 5 of 24 is when it happened. So here we are 5 months later, and there's water been leaking into the interior part of that hull, and it's soaking, you know, into the wood that's in that hull. That hull is going to eventually fail. You know, the repair that should have been done was they should have come home, looked for all of the damage, not just the obvious damage, but all of the damage. There were bulkheads that were completely that went interior, and it was just one of these things. It was like we were seeing stuff that was obvious to us because we were actually looking for it.
Yeah.
How did you started pulling panels down and everything? I bet you would have seen a lot of damage that needed to be fixed, and it wouldn't have been just a simple fix. I mean, because you'd had to pull it down, you'd had to grind all the fiberglass back until it wasn't. You got to the area that wasn't wet, that wasn't saturated from water that had been sitting there for 5 months. You know, I mean, it was just one of these things that's like, yeah, we could fix this obvious parts, but
and the price.
I just don't think the obvious parts, I mean, you are enough. I mean, you have to go digging. Yeah.
And the price that we went back and forth with him on price, and it should have been $100,000 less than what we agreed to.
Well, actually, now that we're looking at it, it was probably at least $200,000 less than what we agreed to. I mean, the damage to the boat was extensive. It wasn't just, you knocked off the sacrificial keels. That's what they were supposed to do, but the impact of that is significant.
But we couldn't know that just walking on it. It looks beautiful inside. It's a beautiful boat, but it's got problems.
Yeah, when you start looking down in the hulls and you see cracks that are weeping water, and the only way that water can get there is from the bottom of the boat up through it. I mean, it's just,
yeah.
There are serious issues that need to be addressed properly, and it's not going to be a cheap fix. I mean, the boatyard guy goes, $5,000, we can fix it. Yeah, bull. I mean, you could probably fix that little crack, but you didn't actually fix the problem. Yeah.
So, what do we do now?
I'll keep looking. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. It's like, we're going to find a boat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all we can do, right? Just keep looking. So we are leaving for Mexico on Saturday for 2 weeks, and we'll think about it when we get back.
Yeah. Well, we're actually going to do a video walkthrough with a couple of boats while we're in Mexico. So.
Yeah, our broker has found a couple boats we might be interested in.
And we reached out to some people on Facebook and put some feelers out on Facebook. I'm certain that there's somebody who's, thinking about getting off their boat for a while.
To a distant place, just us two.
Or getting off their boat permanently. They've been out there since 2021. It's time for them to go back to work or do something else. And
Yeah.
they want a bigger boat, better boat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna find a boat. I mean, it's not a matter of if. It's just a matter of when.
All right, Captain.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Here.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.